Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. And boy, do we have a treat for you guys today. We're celebrating our 100th guest of 2022, and I'm so excited about this one. When I say actor Bruce Greenwood, all of us have our favorite roles he's been able to bring to life as part of our favorite TV shows and films. For me, the list includes I, Robot, of course, National Treasure, Book of Secrets, and The Post. But most recently, you guys have seen him on the top-rated show on Fox, The Resident, bringing to life Dr. Randolph Bell. He's here making his first appearance on Conversations Live to talk about his career and also what it's been like for him to see the success of The Resident and what he's looking forward to. Bruce, thank you so much for the time. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks, Sarah. It's great to be with you.
So, Bruce, as I mentioned, we've gotten to see you in so many great roles over the years, and with Dr. Bell, of course, as The Resident, you kind of bring these complications all to life for us. What has it been like for you to see the way that people have responded to the show?
It's been really, really gratifying, Cyrus. I mean, I think one of the strengths of the show is that they try and look at issues that are not commonly understood by the public in terms of how difficult it is to navigate the medical system, both caregivers and for patients, and how stuff can fall through the cracks so easily. And so sometimes honest mistakes are made, and other times hurdles are put up between care and comfort that are intentional and money driven. And the medicine is a business, and the business of medicine sometimes gets in the way of the idea of care, and we try to illustrate that and the difficulties that the doctors have overcoming those hurdles, and also the personal failings of both patients and doctors when they could do better. So we sort of try and look at it from as many angles as we possibly can.
Yeah, and I think that's why people do gravitate to it. Bruce, I thought about when I was prepping for your segment, whether we're talking about you playing a doctor, a cabinet member, a captain, or the president, as in, of course, National Treasure, Book of Secrets, you've been able to show the complications of these people, even though they have these positions. Also, of course, the humanity of them. Is that part of the fun for acting for you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If you can, you have to find a way in to try and make them feel as though they've thought deeply about what they're doing and either made a good decision or a bad decision, and that humanizes them, hopefully. And a lot of it's in the writing too. If you've been fortunate with good writing, then you can a lot of the work is done for you, and if you're telling a story that you care about, that's especially gratifying. And also I've been really, really fortunate over my career to work with tremendously gifted people. So, and that's been one of the greatest joys. If I take a minute to look back over all the sort of people I've worked with, and it's just like, wow, you got really lucky, man.
Yeah. Bruce, I think when I announced on the radio side here in Mississippi that you were going to be coming on the show, everyone has their favorite role of you. Of course, Star Trek always comes up. What has that been like for you to see the way that your fans have been able to find their particular character they really like, and then they kind of follow you from there from project to project?
Well, it's kind of hard. It's hard for me to know when how somebody becomes aware of you, right? So I'm not sure. Because I don't have a sense of, I'm do a movie and then suddenly a bunch more people are interested, or a lot fewer people are interested. But so it's hard. That's a hard question to answer. I don't know. I mean, and now because for the last 2 years I've been wearing masks all the time, you don't get recognized, so you don't have those conversations with people.
Right. Well, and I think, too, for myself, as I've been able to kind of look at your career and, of course, the roles that have stood out to me, I also like the passion that seems to definitely come through. You mentioned, of course, working with talented individuals, of course, the writing. But, I mean, your individual passion for these roles definitely comes through. What is it that you think keeps it fun for you at this point? Is it the fact that you are able to bring so much, into each character? Or what is it that kind of makes acting still something that you enjoy?
Well, because the thing is, if you put energy into it, you get energy out of it. And if you go into it without, if you don't lean into it, it just, you end up doing something that's flat, and you end up feeling flat, and you sort of walk home going, well, what did I offer today? So I like to go in excited, and because I think that for me it's just a natural thing. I love what I do, and I'm generally a person that wakes up happy. So and I love going to work. I love the whole process of going to work and figuring stuff out, and I've been lucky most of my career to work in environments that foster that. So I just like doing it. That's the simple answer.
Well, it definitely comes through. Last thing I want to ask you about, Bruce, and that is going back to The Resident. Of course, as we've been able to see with your character, Dr. Bell, that, there are definitely these layers to him. Some of them we talked about here. Being seen, with his success, but also being able to see the human, frailties that he brings, as well as the failures as well. What are you looking forward to being able to do with this character as the season goes on?
Well, he was just diagnosed with MS, right? So. That's and MS as a disease presents itself in very different ways to people. So what it can come and go. It can flare up and then disappear, and then flare up and disappear. Become strong and then become not so strong. And I think what we'll illustrate is Belle navigating that emotional territory that comes with knowing you've got this condition, but not letting it get you down. Because it's not a death sentence. A lot of people live with it for a long time, and with all kinds of success. And so hopefully we can illustrate this emotional challenge of not giving in to something, because you don't have to give into it. You can roll with it. It can lay you out for a while, and then it can lay off. So I'm kind of thinking of it as weather. So you see the clouds coming. You feel a little stiffness happening or a little numbness happening. The clouds roll in and bang, they hang on the mountain for a while. But you know that at some point they're going to blow out, and it's keeping your resolve and keeping your sense of humor about it that will help you break out of it. Because it's a lot of the stuff is exacerbated with stress. So
exactly.
Just watching him try to negotiate this, sort of handle the stress level. So I think it's hopefully I think it should be really, really interesting. But I don't know what they've got. I don't know what they've literally got planned. So they may slam me with something else. Who knows?
Well, look, I love what you said, because it does bring up that human quality that all of us can relate to, which again makes this show something that we must watch. We definitely remind our audience, The Resident airs on Fox on Tuesdays. You can check your local listings for us here in Mississippi. That's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, our guest has been Bruce Greenwood. Bruce, thank you so much for the time. I really do appreciate this, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Cheers. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.